Okay, I had this early 60s Fender Vibrochamp that I picked up back in 1980. I paid $50 or $100 for it. It didn't work. The speaker was all torn up. The intention was I was going to fix it. I mean, after all, it was an early 60s Blackface, not Vibrolux, Vibrochamp. Vibrochamp, one of the little things with an 8-inch speaker. It somewhat worked, but it never really worked right. So I got it in 1980. I looked inside there once, pulled the chassis out. There's like 10 things in there. I figured, heck, I could replace this. I could rebuild the whole amp. Never got around to it. Never used the amp. And then last year, I had an opportunity to actually trade it for the amp you just heard, which is a Mojotone Princeton clone with vibrato and reverb, hand-wired. Somebody bought the kit and put it together. Imagine that, buying all those pieces and putting them together. So kind of on the spur of the moment, I traded that little somewhat working Vibrochamp for a fully functional Mojotone Princeton Reverb clone. Figure that one. So I don't know, did I make a good deal or not? I mean, someone could probably fix up that Vibrochamp and sell it for outrageous money because it's a Blackface Vibrochamp. But I really like this funky little Princeton Reverb clone. And I needed a little amp for when I was asked to help host the jam down at the bowling alley. I wanted to have an amp that worked and didn't clash too badly with the curtains. So let me know if you think that was a good deal. What I'm playing here is a 73 Stratocaster. Back in the 80s, we thought these things were trash. The 3-bolt neck, it was not very stable. At that point, it still had a 3-way pickup selector switch, so you had to find that in-between spot. The pickups, they didn't have a reverse wound middle pickup, so everything buzzed. You were always looking for that place to stand. But this one's been with me for a long time. I've had it for, since I also got this in 1980. It was my main guitar for, 10 years. And it had lots of mods. At one point it had a 4-bolt neck on it, but I was clever. I had someone make me a little patch plate that was the same size as these two, so that I could always put it back together the way it was. And unless you look carefully, you'll never see those other 2 holes. But in their day, they weren't considered any big deal. This one's had EMG pickups. It's had Seymour Duncan Alnico Pro 2. It's had Fralin Blues pickups. It's had Kinman. I think they're also called Blues pickups. I mean, this was my platform for modification. And now I understand these things are starting to get valuable. But back in the day, you could buy these, from the paper, $200-300. This one I had to trade for. When I started playing country music, I was playing a Hamer Sunburst. But the country band I was in wanted me to have a Stratocaster. Back then, I was maybe 30 years old. If I wanted a new guitar, I had to sell the old one. But I found someone that was willing to trade that Hamer Sunburst. Man, that was a nice guitar. Beautiful guitar. Traded it for this. Typical garden variety 73 Stratocaster, which now has its original pickups. All the original parts and pieces are back together. It's been refretted twice, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I wanted to show you the amplifier and see what you thought. Was that a good deal trading that for an original Blackface Fender Vibrochamp? All right, that's it for today. Cheesy video today. See you later. Anyway, the real excitement today was successfully unclogging the siphon jet in the utility room toilet. One of life's little pleasures.